Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So most of the content on here is 3D printing related, but I've also got an interest in electronics. Now I haven't got many skills in coding or anything like that, but it's certainly something I want to learn. So I have bought myself a Devia board from Robots, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at exactly what that is. So let's roll the intro and get into it. Okay, so what is the Devia board? Well, it's a small circuit board, which I have here, a controller for various robots made by a company called Robots. Now they're based in the UK, and what they have done is created various robots that you can make at home with a 3D printer, or if you haven't got a 3D printer you can actually buy pretty much everything from them to build their robots. So the first task in doing any of that is to have a look at the control board. So that's what I've purchased here. So this is approximately £31 from their website, and at the time of this video it can go in approximately 5 different robots or different mechanisms. I wouldn't call them all robots. So basically we're going to go over the features of this board in this video, and then later in the series of these videos we're going to be looking at a couple of the things that you can make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a picture over the video now so you can actually see some of the things I'm talking about. So I've got all the stuff written down here because I'm not going to be able to remember it all. And I should also say that although I've got an interest in electronics, I'm not necessarily that good at it. So the purpose of getting this board is because it's a developed product that has already got some projects made for it and ones that have got the code, so we can actually learn and build at the same time. So a couple of the features of the board are an AMD Cortex M0 processor. So according to the information, this is the same processor that's on the Arduino Zero. So an Arduino boards we are quite familiar with in 3D printing. They're used for various ramps boards, for example. A RADS board also uses an Arduino board. So basically that's the same processor. It's got an ESP12 Wi-Fi module, so that will allow us to communicate with the board and whatever device we put it in wirelessly. So a couple of the robots that Robots have done is they've actually got a mobile app as well, so we can use that. So that's one feature it's got. It's got a MPU ICM 20600 6-axis module. So that's a 3-axis gyroscope and a 3-axis accelerometer. So that basically will mean it knows where it is in space. So backwards, forwards, left, right, up and down, for example. It's got auxiliary output, so a controllable voltage regulator. So we can basically add little things to the board, I believe. It's got it accepts 9 to 15 volts DC via a VIN power jack, and I believe that's 2.1 mil. Has 3 stepper motor outputs. Now, from 3D printing point of view, we know what a stepper motor is. We use that for all of the axes on a 3D printer. And the Devia board has plug-inable stepper drivers, so A4988s for example, or TMC 2130s or 2208s or anything like that. It has 4 servo outputs, so we can use servos to make arms go up and down, for example. It has a customizable button as well, so we can perhaps, so according to the information, we can have it pause the robot or change internal parameters. So for example, one of the robots is a balancing robot, which is the first one I'm actually going to make. Maybe we can use the button to change the PID tuning on that accelerometer, for example. So what else has it got? It's also got a reset button, which is pretty standard on an Arduino type board. It's got an I2C port, SPI port and a UART port. So I believe they're all ways to communicate with other pieces of hardware that you can plug in. It's got a sensor port, which they list here as being an analog, a digital and a ground pin, as well as a 3.3 volt pin. Has GPIO ports or pins on the back. Has a micro USB port for communication and uploading code. And according to the information, so I've actually got the board right here, so it has the same footprint as an Arduino UNO. So again, that's used for a lot of electronics projects because they're relatively cheap boards that people can get hold of. So that's pretty cool. And in terms of programming the board, it uses the Arduino IDE, and within the IDE, the board that we would select is the Arduino Zero, obviously because it has the same processor. So yeah, that's basically the features of the board. And again, I'm going to put pictures over this so you can see what I'm looking at. But it's really good that they've gone into detail on the website and labelled all the pins, and so whenever you're wiring this up, you know exactly what you're plugging in where. That's basically a quick look at the board as you would buy it, and what we're going to be able to do with that is various different things. So there's a couple of things that I am keen on making to start with is the balancing robot, and that uses some 3D printed parts that I've already made, but we'll go through all of that. And again, if you don't have a 3D printer, you can buy those parts online from them. Another cool thing that they've done is a camera slider that actually will track a fixed point. So I think that sounds pretty cool, so we'll definitely be making that. So what I actually plan to do is make a few different things and then just move the board between them rather than having multiple boards. So yeah, so that was basically just a quick intro into the Devia board from JJ Robots. There'll be links in the description to the website and as much information as I can put down there. But if you have any questions, then feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, keep on making.